Thank you very much there, Slacks and Kuroki, indeed. We're ready to get into the action here of Game 1 between Extreme Gaming and
I'm a bit worried for
Galaxy.
Nigma.
Folks, exciting stuff going down in the draft. Of course, Nigma Galaxy very much getting all their strengths. Extreme getting some of their older strengths. You know, some stuff that we're not seeing here, but not, especially the sniper.
All lines in the male middle.
XM, one of the best on this hero.
Still wild to see that it took this long in the tournament to have it come out when we're seeing a lot of these. I mean, some of these mid laners that do suffer, right? A lot of puck
See, is
that
low,
can't suffer
pro
versus
player.
something like that sniper. But let's see, because I've talked to a lot of the pros here, and a lot of them have, I mean, mostly the same opinion on the sniper. They are unsure how to really build the hero nowadays. The damage just feels a bit lackluster, but let's see what the master is going to be able to do on it.
Win this easily.
Sure. But we have to look at everything else, of course, too. We have a lot of very flashy things coming into this game. We have ET, I have to mention him, one of my favorites. Love to see this hero. But ending up with this CK
Nigma
into a lot of traditional counters.
Stream.
He's playing into Invoker, which literally was one of the best counters for so long versus that CK. And they get a last pick Underlord versus that CK too, which is pretty difficult.
Oh, come on. Sniper missing all CS, man. What are you doing, XM?
Definitely not something that other teams would
2 CS.
Yeah, and he went for the fundamental forging. So to point this one out, you know, since we never get to see this hero, the fastest,
forging.
you get neutral items from the next tier, which could be pretty interesting if you get like the serrated shiv, right? I think the one that most of these cores like to have early on. We'll have to see what he does prioritize with that.
So far, I mean, with this sort of lane setup, what do you sort of expect for him down there on the CK? Is it an easy lane, or could we see Nigma Galaxy pushing Arme out?
They could definitely put some pressure onto him too, but he does have an ET, which can soak a lot of pressure at times. Does mean the ET can get caught and die down here, but perhaps it could secure the lane a little better for Ame. But double melee into this Underlord, absolutely.
Ouch!
Great time.
Big W to Sunstrike!
Down here. Sunstrike coming in as well. XG there in
yes!
Galaxy. They're going to be able to
huge! Extreme rare noob.
Not the hot way to start things at the same time up top. It's going to be another loss.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Beautiful cogs coming in from Omar, catching the two of them. Noob is at plus 70 damage now. The dream to start your lane. Double melee.
China. Kicked by China.
Double strength melee as well, right? So that Firestorm, super effective if you can get in that type of connection.
Yeah, not easy for these two to trade.
No.
When they try and step up.
Once they hit 3 on the Elder Titan, that's when he's got his power peak. He can trade a lot easier, but versus Clockwork, Clock has traditionally and almost always been one of the better counters versus Elder Titan in the lane as well. These little battery assaults can be very disruptive, burning his mana with the cogs as well too. So let's see how XG can stabilize things after giving up a very early double kill.
And just the fact that, as we saw, you know, there's always going to be that easy setup for Sumail to throw in a Sunstrike as well. So Extreme, they've got to be very cautious down here on the
safe middle is taking over.
Sumail will find himself a D-ward in that mid lane. See some of the hits from XM were on the high ground. Nice one from him.
And looking up at the top lane. And, you know, once again, Troll coming through, still has a pretty incredible win rate so far here at the tournament. Looks like a good Troll game, or what is there to sort of counter him this time?
It looks like a pretty damn good Troll game, yeah. Sure, he can get kited a bit with some of the, chain stuns, and there are some funny interactions that
He's
can
taking
happen
over middle, not good.
Of course, too, just controlling him during his entire battle trance, but yeah, looks pretty solid overall, right? Being able to switch between that melee and range form versus Mars
Q, that was a
perfect
really Q there.
And mid-game, I think we've seen what the power of what the Troll can do. Although he did lose, I think it was both games yesterday, right? So after having that 100% win rate,
I think we did get a couple. We definitely got at least one.
I know he won one of the ones later on, but
it's definitely not.
What is Shinkyu doing? What is he doing?
Another blast comes
Jesus Christ.
Sunstrike is at the ready if Sumail feels that he can maybe line something up.
My God, you fucking snail. What a play. He just walks in. Did he misclick the ward or something?
To point out how they did the laning setup, right? We can go back a little bit and how
best players in the world.
These lanes,
wash your fucking face.
It's got to ensure the lane a lot easier for him. Just, I think we mentioned it every
time.
That
might have actually been a 3-2-2.
If not the best harasser.
He just walked into them.
Even if he's first Snapfire,
oh, no. The cookie. Oh, no. High ground miss. Miss.
can.
He does.
He'll bring Sumail down first, XM, but will still fall.
No,
Omar
TP.
should be able to get away from Xingqiu.
Does he not have any spells?
To make sure that Nigma Galaxy don't lose a second hero. So ends up being the 1-for-1. Not quite able to cancel the south.
That's a big miss.
But,
a big miss.
Extreme, they get that kill first. XM able to have enough damage to bring Sumail down in time.
A clever play, though, from Sumail. Usually don't see this too often, right? Getting the Wex point early, trying to get the setup. Does, of course, you know, he dies first, but just on top of
if I was Invoker, I would have
early
killed him.
movements. I think we've seen this from Omar so many times from Nigma. Most of the times he's playing like the Bane, so it's a lot easier for him to just naturally rotate, but yeah, impressive stuff. Is Omar bottom, X-Nova in the cogs.
See what they can do here. Arme ready to step across as well. Sunstrike coming in, finishes off
so
X-Nova.
easy.
Sumail takes him down. Stand alone, not enough damage to kill Omar. Omar's going to be fine, and Arme taking huge hits here from Noob.
I think he actually saved him with that Lotus. I think it was exactly enough HP.
As the damage came in from the vault.
As it came in. I think it was literally split second. I'd have to look exactly again, but it almost looks perfect.
Top lane Ghost. Feeling the pressure here, but we'll get the whirling axes off.
Okay, now what?
Yeah, but it's to survive against these two.
There's just a lot of stuff going on in this early game. In 6 minutes, action aplenty.
Rare action.
Lanes already being broken, as we see.
Definitely in the mid, though, whilst attention is drawn elsewhere. I think one of the reasons as well we saw Sumail try and go for that attempt with Omar TPing in is because if this gets left to 1v1, the pressure from XM is adding up.
Absolutely.
It's much harder for sort of Sumail to step up. Level 3 shrapnels are online. Yeah. XM ready to keep that wave shoved in.
Really strong matchup for the sniper versus that invoker, especially in this early. Of course, things have perhaps changed with this new Dominator build, because now you actually have extra armor on the Invoker, which could make a pretty big difference in terms of harassment, but XM is whittling the tower down. It's down to about half HP in the mid lane, just from him constantly poking, so could definitely see another, perhaps, tornado move come in, where they want to try for a rotation on him.
Nigma, newbie stop net worth. Have you ever seen this? I guarantee you he's going to be bottom net worth.
Picking up the armlet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not
15
Armlet
minutes.
versus all this percent damage, but something like Echo or Armlet, one of these early items. Omar's in.
Here's the
set.
The tornadoes.
Easily now allowing Omar to close in onto XM.
You gonna use any more spells? Is he not using spells, or am I retarded?
Down with the shrapnels down onto Omar. Here comes the assassinate. It's coming in. Bam! XM takes him
Is he missing some spells? No mana?
Because XM has been able to play the lane as well as he has. It's not easy to gank him, even when you get such a clear-cut setup with this tornado, cold snap into the control and damage of the clockwork. It's
embarrassing.
Not
it's really embarrassing.
XM survives and proving to be a very difficult gank now at this point.
If it's almost any other player on Sniper, likely to die, but XM, he is the master of this hero. He pushes it to the limits, immediately just starts poking the tower again. No hesitation, half HP, who cares? Trying to bring any attention onto that mid lane. He just keeps pinging it. Yeah, he's like, I'm hitting the mid tower, guys. Look
he's
at this.
Getting a lot out of this.
He's going to bring it down eventually, so let's see how they want to react. He's actually calling for his 2 supports to play around the power rune as well. This tower's going down.
See this early movement as well. They also have Ghost coming down to this bottom lane.
Why are you pushing out on clocks? Commit or don't.
GH and Omar starting to push Arme away. So at least with the presence of the 4 of them, they'll be able to push onto the tier 1 tower.
Nice tower.
This tier 1 mid going down very, very early here to XM.
Ouch, this is bad. This is bad.
Deep wards being placed.
Nice, yo, what the fuck?
Just to block the camp, but Sumail, he does have his Dominator finished, but loses his tower at 8 minutes. A pretty big deal. So it's going to open up potential movements, or perhaps for XM, as he's going to find an amp damage. This is a big rune.
And indeed,
bad people are known to be greedy.
No
I think it's a scientific fact.
We'll stick to the armlet this game.
Do it. Okay.
So, nothing too crazy.
Probably just can't not go armlet, I guess, on CK.
It's just that value.
Yeah.
With the Phantasm.
There is quite a bit of percent damage, though, so we'll have to watch versus that Firestorm.
And because how active do you think Arme is going to be? Is this a game where you get the armlet on the CK and you're turning up to fights? Or is it going to be armlet into the BKB or something and then you go?
It just doesn't look like the easiest CK game, so I'm not sure. It feels like he might have to just sit back and farm. Because there's just a lot of spells that are excellent versus him. All the Pugna spells.
Tier 2 item?
Majority of the heroes, to be completely honest with you.
The yum.
We'll have to see what he wants. See the Tumbler's toy.
Now top lane, XM, ready to move around the map.
Another tower.
Uses power to pressure some of these other side lane towers.
Get mid, meanwhile.
Actually going to come back in with the TP towards the mid as they do want to make sure that Nigma Galaxy doesn't get the chance to put the pressure in. Omar's gone a bit deep here as XM and X-Nova will quickly deal with him. Enough for XM as he'll now be in position ensure that Nigma Galaxy just aren't really getting any damage at all, really, onto this tier 1 tower. XM being able to pressure and hold the mid very well in this opening 10 minutes.
It's really interesting how they're doing this at the last 2 days of the tournament, right? Switching things up. They have, of course, the CK as their quote-unquote carry, but does feel like XM is going to be that true carry in the mid lane, being given all the space, pretty much everything in the world.
I mean, absolutely
wait and
right.
watch this
In
guy
these
be
sort
last
of
net war soon.
If it sort of ends up with Arme just being on the front lines, dying, it's not going to be the end of the world for Extreme, because indeed XM can be that sort of carry from the mid as the sniper.
I think that
Broker Helmet Dominator,
is
yep.
what he's maybe looking at, right?
Broken,
he's going to absorb
sadly.
a lot of attention and just let XM just peep from the sidelines.
I mean, even if it's just sort of being on the front lines, right, so that the troll, when he goes to ults, he's going on the CK, right? He's not touching the sniper.
Yeah, could be really, really cool to see.
So Nigma Galaxy definitely going to have to find ways to get on top and deal with XM in the skirmishes.
And they do have some tools. You know, they do have the Underlord pit at some points that we'll have to see when they are just able to teleport on top of him. Sumail, we'll get the deny on his Dominator.
They're Dominator broken, you can just cut waves with them, and they're really hard to kill.
Extreme showing it's going to
way
be
more
quite
map
difficult
control.
for Nigma Galaxy to enter into
Great
the
for
jungle.
pushing as
Did
well.
get that observer ward down, so decent bit of vision on to Extreme side of the map. We're going to see XXS try for the setup.
Oh, there's the combo.
As well. Ghost, of course, will have the chance to get the
Any
chance
lifesteal, lifesteal, lifesteal,
will
lifesteal.
surely come to an end, and Ghost, he's gone to
Oh!
strike. Oh, he's ready for
Oh!
XXS. He knows.
That was really close. Nice sidestep.
Very, very nice sidestep.
All three laners, all three cores at the moment having a pretty solid time on this side Extreme. This is going to be a very fast blink dagger on XXS. One of the scarier Mars as well. We've been seeing this hero just rise and rise throughout this tournament, looking super good in most games, and yeah, it's going to be very early timings for him. And it's literally probably the best hero in the game to protect a sniper, right? They've got 3 fantastic tools to protect him. So this type of start can be huge, especially with the way they're, making sure they don't lose their towers here. I mean, GH, he's trying to poke and prod it, but
okay.
just protection.
Coming in with a good angle from the side.
Okay,
The
easy
on
kill.
Nova.
It's gone.
We'll allow
Gotta
them
get
to
some towers.
Hover around here, Nigma Galaxy.
X-Nova was way too far forward there. XM stepping up.
My
There's
top
a hook
net
shot
worth is
available for
noob.
Omar.
Aware.
If Omar sees the chance, he will dive for this.
He's thinking about it. There is backup, though. XXS is in the area. No arena, but he has a spear. I think they know. He's pinging it.
Let's see who's going to be first to make the move. Need the team content with looking to start a fight.
How's Noob doing on his pipe? He's getting pretty close to it. Ame, they're making the move on him.
They're going to get the catch here. Omar,
okay,
shot.
okay.
Sunstrike coming in as well. Phantasm will be there to dodge it, but Ame still goes down.
W.
Surprised he showed it
Noob.
late.
This is your game, Noob. Don't choke it away.
If he gets caught from any of these spells, it does feel like he's just a free kill.
It's going to be a big pipe.
I believe that is the pipe finished up now for Noob. So very early timing versus... The sniper's going to be able to deal a decent amount of damage in this versus this, but the Snapfire and the Mars combo could get answered pretty heavily if Noob just TPs in and pops that pipe for the team.
And we're going to see Ame just going to go full in on the illusions. Wants to get the armlet into the Manta this game.
Okay. Farming build.
White pipe, they have Snap
early
and
pipe
Sniper.
From Nigma Galaxy, which
It's very early.
absolutely make the difference when they
turn
turn up
ult.
to the fights.
And they're going, the build that we've seen most of the time was on the Invoker. He's going for the drums. Some people have been pivoting away from it a little bit here,
here we
but
go,
more early game fighting they're
Or
looking
Crimson
for.
Underlord.
Ready with the smoke.
Blink on XXS. They've got Kisses plus Arena.
Oh no.
And Splitter available
I mean,
too.
the combo is going to be good if they find any sort of these cores, but Omar already
Oh my
ready
God.
to sort of disrupt
The
push
support.
forward. He'll
He's
throw
in.
his body into the hook
Oh my
shot.
God, are you
Sumail's
fucking
doing it
kidding
for
me?
you in the arena.
Fuck,
Omar surviving
fuck,
for now.
fuck,
XM
fuck.
just dying here to the life drain. They kill off the sniper.
Damn.
Can he escape this? He can't. XXS takes him out the funnel.
Noob, he doesn't know where to go.
He should be
Left,
fine.
right,
2
left,
BP
right.
here on the Underlord for them to go for. XXS trying to get the connection.
Coast.
Does manage to latch down onto him with the spear. Arme moves in with a stun. Noob falling low. The blast comes in. Noob goes down. Extreme. They find a third.
The root.
He's going to try and fight on though. Committing in with the battle trunk.
Another
The spear
stun.
comes in from XXS. The cookie
Another
forward.
stun.
That's going to be ghosted. Just
Another
the stop
stun.
from XM and catches the two of them. They're all dead. On Nigma Galaxy is Extreme.
Oh man.
Woo.
It's starting.
They got XM, but it costs them everything there. The chain
What a
stun.
fight! I mean, and it was just such a rough
Classic.
start for Nigma Galaxy. I guess they felt because they had sort of Omar go in and tank the initial brunt of the attack from Extreme that maybe they could try and get something out of it. But the reality of it was, even though Omar throws his body in, XXS
707 damage from Troll.
Sumail in the arena, and from that point onwards, it was just chaos.
Sweetie, could you make a quick Arabic prayer for Team Nigma Galaxy in the international, please?
They just didn't really have that much damage on the side of Nigma after they did lose Sumail, like you're mentioning here. They lost so much of it.
وافتح لهم أبواب النصر في الانترناشونال. آمين. May they dominate.
It's very dangerous.
Because here we go, turning up at this point, he's already lost 2 of his heroes.
Yeah, and all the heroes that are alive still, every single one of them have a stun, right? Mars has a stun, CK has a stun, ET has a stun, Snapfire has a stun. They're just completely controlled.
And just a beautiful fight for Raeyei to be able to turn up to. He's like, you want to try and come and bring this sort of team fight into my jungle? I'll come and be involved. Get involved in the cleanup. A rough move there from Nigma Galaxy that hurts them so badly.
And they cannot lose. Oh my god!
They can't lose Sumail.
The Chinese have reactions.
Fight at this point in the game.
They have emotions.
And it really is these sort of moves, you have to be so careful making them specifically into an extreme when they have something like the XM Sniper, right? Yes. If you don't deal with this sort of
Malaysian. Xnova is not. Wait, Xnova is not full Malaysian.
The moves, the initiation, it has to be there from Nigma Galaxy.
Hey, sweetie, is Xnova from Extreme Gaming fully a Malaysian, or does he have Chinese?
From what I've seen, Xnova from Extreme Gaming is fully Malaysian, though he's of Chinese descent. Like many Malaysians have.
He's Chinese descent, so he doesn't count.
They have damage to go through it.
They really did. It did not make a difference in that last fight at all. Omar's going to try and get in onto Xnova. Sunstrike coming in as well. Xnova will get taken out.
Yes! The pipe is in! Here's the that's the maneuver! I knew it! I knew it was going to keep in and do nothing.
For Nigma Galaxy. As Extreme, they clean it up easily here, Sumail.
They have sentries.
They do. Ready to lay it down. Arme drags Sumail back in. They just cannot fight into XG right now. XG are just so ready for this.
It's too much overwhelming damage too. Yes, you catch the ET, who was very disruptive in the last fight, but everybody else
Can you curse out Noob from Nigma Galaxy? He's playing like garbage. We give him free farm, and now he's shit. Curse him in Arabic.
Just going to be peeping away the entire time. They can't
يا
afford to
نواب
make the jump without
والله
having
العظيم
info
انك تلعب
on
زي
where this
الكمامة.
sniper is.
عطينك فارم مجاني ولسه ما بتعرفش تشتغل. خربت كل حاجة. الله يلعنك.
Trying to pick the fights after they catch the smokes. They don't even come close to standing in the fight. And they caught the ET at the start of things too. Didn't matter. Still just far too much damage, far too much control.
Nigma Galaxy, they've got to really sort of step back, reassess what they want to do in these next moments, because going for one more of these sort of moves and plays, if it comes collapsing down onto them, the game is going to fall into incredibly difficult territory.
What the fuck happened?
It feels like it already is, to be completely honest with you, because looking at the way that their draft functions, they don't really have the most stuns, right? They have a hook shot and some spell combos that can come in and some damage, but overall, Extreme, there's just so much
those two ganks and Sniper that fucked up everything.
You're not going to stop Extreme from getting off all of their abilities. They're going to get to click their spells.
Even if you catch, let's say, Xnova in the front, as we saw there, XXS is going to get the spells off. If you catch XXS in the front, you're not going to kill him. This Mars at this point is way too tanky. You don't have
I told you,
damage.
Invoker Sumail equals GG. I knew it.
The heroes on Nigma Galaxy right now, it's like for Ghost, it feels like he can't turn up until he's got the Asher and the BKB done now, right? You just can't want to see this troll try and get involved because it feels like it's just impossible at this point for Ghost to turn up and have a chance of surviving against a 5-man of Extreme Gaming.
And is he going to even do damage when he has that build, right? It's not really much when you're playing versus something like Mars, CK, these heroes that can just stand and absorb. Especially the Mars, as we saw there, he just faces him.
Okay.
Okay.
Still winnable.
Caught out alone, Nigma Galaxy.
Inshallah.
Good catch.
Able to make something happen. And the question is, are they going to be tempted now to try and turn this into something else? They've taken one of the big kind of frontline presences off XG, off the map. Can you go for more if you're Nigma Galaxy?
Crimson be better than Pipe.
Maybe that's how their lineup just has to work.
Pipe
right?
into Crimson would be nice.
That global threat to catch heroes split up on
and
the
he almost has it
with the Sunstrike plus the pits.
It will be unkillable.
Sorry, but the team fights just seem way too difficult at this point. So yeah, like you said, maybe reassess things, split the map up, try to look for these pickoffs to get an opportunity back into this game.
Now we'll see things start to calm
Sniper
down.
Mjolnir coming up. Go.
XG, it's not like they mind things slowing down either themselves, right? They're running this sort of, it's a carry sniper from the mid. Arme also ready, of course, to still be that carry presence.
Nice stacking by XM. Beautiful.
After the armlet and the Manta.
Yeah, we should
they're happy to hit creeps as well, XG.
Yeah, we should point out, looking at his neutral item, something we just have to point out for the CK in particular, right? He's got the mystical pollen bag that usually you can't get for some time.
The pollen bag.
Absolutely make a difference in these fights. Just makes him that much stronger. He's getting away with a lot of farm now.
14 to 10, 5k lead.
XG smoked up, looking for the fight again.
More than happy to keep going each and every time that the ultimates are up.
I'm really questioning how Nigma approaches just the 5v5 engagements, or if they just literally have to dodge them until they feel like they have these timings.
The 5v5 seem impossible with the way that XG have
4K from 6 to 4
in the last few
times.
Oh
no, noob. No.
He's having a pretty flawless
yes,
so far in this
he's aware.
Core staff is done after the shard.
Nigma Galaxy is smoked up in preparation.
Looking for that Tormentor fight.
No C kills.
Does not look like an easy one for the side of Nigma.
Troll is not ready.
Nigma Galaxy sort of dragged themselves into the action as well. It's a timing where Sumail, he's like 600 gold off the Agonies. Okay. So close to a big timing.
I mean, they're looking for the fight.
I mean, this is just a bit of a bait right from Arme. Are Nigma Galaxy going to commit for this?
We have Crimson. That's a huge timing.
Successes in the tree line.
I mean, XG is so ready if Nigma Galaxy do try and start something. XXS, she's going to go for the jump
He's
first.
a tanky boy. He's a chunker.
Into the Earth, but Kiss is coming in as well. Omar will be able to get onto the back lines.
He's getting sucked off.
The meatball coming in from Sumail.
Okay.
Through the support, Nova will fall.
The Crimson value.
Catches the both of them there.
Still have Underlord if we get some mana.
That's Kiss's use. There's still an arena available.
And the XG, do they still want to try for more 4v5? They might still feel strong.
3k lead.
Barely surviving.
Healing him up. That's what GH is there for. Noob, that was the show of the Crimson, plus the pipe, absorbs a fair bit of damage. Respawn is coming in for the ET. Does Nigma still want to stay in the area? It looks like they do.
XXS.
Trying to
jump forward again. Slowly peeping
Take
away
it, boy.
Here.
Crimson.
Underlord, Noob down to half HP.
You're gonna Crimson today?
Watching for the sidelines, Noob. He's starting to drop now.
Sumail, can you help me, sir?
Coming in. Cookie. Oh, gonna connect this time. Noob's gonna be fine. Arme's
Arme, you stupid dog! Thank you.
Arme's in trouble. Ghost.
Oh no.
And another
jump forward. Nigma Galaxy. They know
action is coming.
The arena will be dropped down.
Rude.
Trying to hold them back.
Oh.
Peeping and goes to the side, but the battle trance is up. Ghost gets the.
Someone stop that sniper! The sniper gonna kill everybody. The buyback!
Getting focused by Noob and Sumail.
Excellent buyback.
Out of the fight, and they bring him down. GH gets
oh my god. Sumail, Noob just saved the game.
They get the team wipe.
I love this
Noob just
from Noob.
saved the game.
Makes a big difference coming in, buffing up the auras, throwing on Ghost so he can stand his ground.
The sniper would have killed every single hero.
The angle they can find, right? Catch Ame on the south side before the fight kicks off.
I mean, an incredibly rough way for
He's
sort of
doing
Ame
it
to die
stronger.
very early on in that fight there. Getting caught, heading up the steps.
Noob. They're whittling him down, but he actually did his job, right? Absorbing so much pressure, and then Ame getting caught on the south side. Makes the difference here, a great buyback.
We'll see it here, right? Arme heads up, but it's straight into
so
Ghost.
Dangerous.
Ghost in position, and Omar right next to Ghost there. He could be there to trap whoever headed up to the high ground, and it being Arme meant that the carry from Extreme Gaming getting taken out so early in this team fight.
Oh man.
And at this point onwards, XM, he is in
His
position.
sniper would have killed everybody here. Everyone would have died here.
Before that spear into the arena wall was there,
and the buyback right
meant that they had the chance, and indeed, Noob coming in to
Holy
make sure
shit.
that XM did not get the chance
Sucking
to
off Troll.
peep away at the Troll, push him out of the fight, and ensure that Nigma Galaxy take all 5 down.
What a cool approach for that Tormentor fight. Love that they're able to still fight into this very strong team fight line that they were mentioning. They broke the formation, and that's kind of the key. What allowed them to enter to that one there here too. As Ags is finished up from Sumail, as we said, the Crimson in the pipe was finished from Noob, and even after the buyback, he's actually still pretty good on that net worth chart.
Wait,
top
is that the ice fall?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, not an easy fight to make happen.
A Noob hater, he's a retard.
Nigma Galaxy setting the game back to very even territory here, 16 to 16.
And it probably makes Ghost feel a lot better in terms of his matchup, as we saw there. Even with just a Battle Fury and a Yasha, he can turn up with all those auras and all those buff ups.
Oh, for sure. That was a risky call to make for him to get involved, but it absolutely pays off this time.
The magic. Stars aligning.
Let's see where they head to next. Starting to look towards the bottom side of the map. Arme, how's he doing on the progression? Very
Still
close to having at least the Orchid online.
But completely
impact this
things
game
on the side of Nigma Galaxy. Net worth completely back to 0. I believe they're actually in the experience lead after that fight as well, after being About 1,000 XP behind, too.
6k behind to 1k lead. Stronger. We can actually win TI until they meet Falcon or Palavision. Then they're going to get completely, utterly great.
They do have to watch out in terms of these, at least in these fights, if they can get these, you know, GH in particular, we didn't get to highlight him, but ending up with a triple kill in that last fight, he got a lot of healing off as well, too. So this Pugna, this pesky Pugna does have to be addressed as well.
I mean, the support duo of Nigma Galaxy, we've seen it from these two before, right? And on these heroes, GH on his Pugna, Omar on the clock. They get a lot of work done.
Omar and his clock has been insane on this main stage, finding both supports even earlier before the fight started, too. These type of things are huge. 2k lead now for them. Yeah, as we see that as well, even though the Ghost had the toughest start out of the carries, already so far, he's managed to do twice the amount of damage that Arme on the CK has been able to do in these fights.
Almost BKB.
Cool.
So a lot coming out here from the Troll, and this is pre-BKB, as I said. That was not easy for Ghost to do. Next fight round, he will have that BKB complete.
That probably was all that last fight. He literally was attacking for so long, right? So, yeah, he's going to have the BKB, so we'll be able to play a little bit easier versus that arena and versus those kisses, as we say.
XM, of course, continues to scale very, very nicely. For Mjolnir on top of the completed Hurricane Pike.
Next timings have been hit. They have BKB on the Mars, and as you said, the Mjolnir is done for that sniper.
He has to be dealt with. Yeah. Omar's got to find him, or as we saw last time around, Noob's got to be able to try and set up with the Fiend's Gate to get in the face of the sniper.
Yeah, they cannot let XG just set up for the team fight. They have to be ready to break that formation. Ward will be taken out. Roche, perhaps the next point of contention soon, as it is top for the next 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, both teams are definitely going to want to have a say about that.
Both teams very good at fighting around the pit, though.
Yeah, I'm very good at killing the Roche.
Yeah.
Nice success.
Omar
doesn't really want to go in on the clock.
Where is he buying an Underlord now?
Yeah,
he's falling. I knew it. He was going to fall on Underlord. It's going to be bottoms very soon.
A bit more, preferably here for Extreme.
What's he going to take? He'll take the magnifying monocle. Okay, so a little bit of extra attack range.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
For him and his illusions. It's so weird to see a tier 4 neutral at 26 minutes in, just because you don't really see it almost at all, especially not in this tournament.
Well, no, because there's no CK. That's true.
Just make that difference.
I mean, XG can't really start the Roche, can they?
I don't think either really can.
You've got to kill some heroes, really.
Omar, they're poking from the
distance. Kisses, and it's a good arena. Stops Omar from being able to get away with a hook shot. Does take a couple of ultimates, but that is the clock gone.
You sure about this, guys? It's kind of forced. Ghost position. This is so forced, guys. What are you doing?
Oh, Ghost has to be very careful here.
I mean, he tried
to just lost the support.
To attempt to walk up and get on top of XM, but no. XM was more than ready to jump away over that Roche wall, get away, and now with the BKB on cooldown for the Troll. That might just be all that they need to have the time to go for this Roche and know that Nigma Galaxy aren't going to contest this.
Come on.
It looked nice for a second, right? Because Ghost had the angle, but there's a cookie, there's a force staff, there's a lot of different disengage. You have to be careful of this.
And XM was so ready. He was so ready to step back and step away from that Troll, and there it is. Roshan taken down by Extreme, and Aegis picked up by Arme.
They give it to Arme. Cool. That's interesting. That second life could make a big difference, because if they use the majority of the spells on the first one, then Arme can absolutely do some cleanup.
Now with this Aegis online, what do you think the call is going to be from Extreme? Do they look to try and push this? Are they happy to still farm? And then in Nigma Galaxy, are you avoiding the action, or are you still going to try and make plays into the Chaos Knight's Aegis?
I feel like for Nigma, again, they might have to just sit back and wait a little bit longer, just for that timing in particular.
Sure.
But still, they could look for these global pickoffs if they do see an opportunity, because they do have that availability. But I would say that XG, they're the ones that are looking to lead the charge. I said that before, and Nigma was the one that actually took the fight, but I would imagine so with this Aegis.
I mean, they should feel pretty strong still, even though the numbers are close.
Okay, relax.
The team fight still needs to be very specific for the side of Nigma.
Well, they're going to find him out on his lonesome here.
He's going down.
No way out for him. A little bit of a freebie for Extreme. Next round of those items getting finished off, though, for Nigma Galaxy. SNY now done on Ghost, and Sumail has got the BKB ready for the next team fight.
Damage could be, if Ame is not addressed, if he doesn't get killed early in this one, it could be devastating. The Bloodthorn is done. Manta, Phantasm, Bloodthorn, if anyone gets ripped in, they are just pretty much dead.
I mean, this is the thing, right? From Extreme side of things, if they get the stun in the Bloodthorn and they have sort of the sniper and the CK focusing down a hero, the ET around, like anyone will die.
They
even noob, right?
will.
You got to even be careful on the Underlord if you get grabbed at the start of the action.
It has to be very specific conditions that Nigma has to find to be able to look for a fight here. It looks like they are perhaps thinking about something here. I'm seeing some lines being drawn.
Okay.
XXS, I was seeing he was debating which build he wants to go for a couple times here. He has a full Hex on the Mars.
Oh, wow.
Very early.
That is early in the build.
Yeah, so pretty devastating in terms of either controlling a Pugna who's trying to save allies and Invoker who doesn't get a BKB off. They're looking for the fight, though.
Do they want to fight around this tier 2?
XXS...
I mean, they're getting a good wrap around it.
XXS is not there. He's mid lane. He showed.
Okay.
They're going to try and find
That's a good starting kill.
He's able to get on top of him. He's able to get out of the cog. Sunstrike coming in onto Xnova. Xnova will fall. They take out the ET.
Almost.
Now they're trying to turn for more. GH able to slide to the side with the force staff. Now Arme's still surrounded. Of course, does still have the
Crimson. Look at the Crimson. Holy shit.
Controlling Ghost. They kill him off.
Oh my god, you stupid dog.
That's the reveal.
And now the rest of the fight, Nigma Galaxy have to run. GH barely surviving. Arme on round 2. He's ready to keep the push going. They tried for the fight.
Who had Hex?
I'm done. You. Fuck off out of here.
Chance to
Get
the
out.
BKB off.
You're not good enough. Piss off.
The troll. And with Ghost gone, no chance for the team fight to continue in Nigma Galaxy's favor.
I do not think they expected this to come out from XXS this early. Just gets the Hex off. You're not going to preemptively click your BKB in a lot of these team fights. Gets the control pre-BKB, and then he's just dead. Bottom, we saw a fair bit of split push, though. Like 2,100
you, fuck off.
From Sumail in the meantime.
You're not good enough.
Alme's ready to push it back out, though. Goes top. XM finishes off the tier 2 tower.
That was a very decisive fight there from XG this time around.
Yeah, Arme and XM continuing to maintain themselves at the top of the net worth on this CK and Sniper, and just both scaling up fantastically. Now, again, it really is for these two carries that are going to be very, very strong as the game goes on. So a lot for Nigma Galaxy to try and deal with.
And so much kiting. You know, this is something that we always have to talk about when there's a troll warlord,
I knew it was going to happen. My timing was a little bit off, but I know it's going to happen.
On targets and hitting them. I'm seeing Disperser now built up for
You think
Sniper.
Noob who's top net was going to stay top net?
They've got 4 staffs. They've got Cookie. So definitely could be difficult.
In a few minutes, it's going to be bottom net for Corey, as predicted.
He's going to be caught. The Hex again from XXS, making these moves easy.
Starting to get easier for them. The XX, I call this usually the XXS build because I think he very rarely deviates. He's going to go Refresher next, and the teamfight control becomes pretty ridiculous from this Mars.
How is it, TI? He went outside.
Yes. Here we go. Push coming in on the bottom lane. Nigma Galaxy, do they want to do this? They're going to try. Sumail jumps in and commits straight away with the BKB. They'll look to get the lockdown onto Arme. Ghost, he's in. Straight in on top of XXS.
Oh no, he's hitting Mars. He's buffed.
Ghost is building up.
Damn.
Goes back the spear. Into the wall. He'll be held back in the arena. Sunstrike coming down onto Xnova. Will it be enough to bring him down?
Holy shit.
XM, he's in position to get the
Noob just taking it. Noob is just taking it. It's over.
Double. Nigma Galaxy, they have to scramble back. A risky fight for them to try and attempt there around their tier 1, and it does not go well for them, Fogged.
And they used the buyback on GH even at the start of things. XG, they're showing the power of their team fight.
Oh, they are.
XM is just able to do anything he wants. Ame, he is the distraction. So many spells absorbed there. The Sniper's just peeping on the sideline the entire time.
This CK Sniper thing, you know, the first time we're seeing it coming out at this international, and it just feels so at home in the hands of XG.
And they're healed up. The Greaves, as we see from Jin Q. He's even got
new bottom net worth. There it is. There it is, as predicted.
As He'll predicted. Get it eventually, but the push, XM.
It's very easy to predict. It's like watching all the Lions.
And yeah, he's speedy.
When S4 played off lane.
He's so slippery.
How do you stick on him?
Always went on bottom of net worth.
Even without that BKB purchase. Now Ame, he will buy his own BKBs.
Yep, he's going to have the two of them coming out. He said the BKB and the Shard now being delivered.
And now how do you kill the CK, right? The idea of killing the CK is around that Underlord and the Invoker. They couldn't even do a pre-BKB there, as we saw.
I mean, when it comes to the high ground defense, is there anything that is scary from Nigma Galaxy in particular?
Giga late is so much damage.
Pretty good ways of entering the base.
So much
good
damage.
Ways of entering base and forcing the issue. I think Mars is one of the best as we've seen, and they have good ways to get vision, right? They can just put an ET Spirit, and Sniper can just peek from low ground.
Yeah.
It kind of forces the issue, the onus on Nigma to make a move.
I mean, it really is that scary even in
King of the North,
right?
for some reason.
And XXS is able to just blink Hex, it could be game over.
Absolutely.
So you've got to be so ready to bail out whoever XXS looks to get his hands on with the Hex.
And they do not have, I mean, they do have a defensive 4-step as we see from GH, but he can't do everything. He's been trying to save his allies as much as possible, but just could not on that last situation. Okay, Ame. What's he gonna get? It's the big timing for the CK. 30 seconds.
And with the timing, he's gonna get this upgraded tier of neutral. It's just sliding in so well with the progress that they've made so far this game.
And this is really clever, the way that they've been able to play this one. DD top.
Still winnable.
We'll see now. Nigma Galaxy.
Tier 5 item soon.
Earlier on.
Tier 5 item on
Turn the tides a little bit. Despite the lead that XG would
anything juicy? What's the best you can get?
Now it's a
Pack
much tougher
Necros?
point.
It feels like they worked magic in that fight top, to be honest with you, because it felt like they had almost no qualms of winning that one, but having that fight go decent for them has put them into at least a position where they could fight earlier, but now we're seeing the
Come on, what do we
problems.
got?
One more
What
token.
juicy? Anything tasty? How did he get 9?
Now on Ghost, so they'll have a little bit better of a chance of finding his targets.
His
Giant's
damage
ring
still
is
feels
great.
limited, I gotta be honest.
Here we go. What's
Oh my god, he got the Stygian.
Yep.
Reduce 13 armor. Holy shit.
He's gonna kill anybody.
And bottom
Speaking of
XXS,
which,
he's caught the two of them.
Boom, boom,
He's gone.
boom.
GH is going to try and run, but the Glimmer's going to soon come to an end. As XXS ready to shut down the escape.
It's over.
It's just ridiculous at
Call
this point
it.
with the Stygian. 70 seconds, no Pugna.
I mean, how do you deal with this?
I don't know, Owen.
Giant's ring is not in this
Again,
patch.
this Chaos
Wait,
Knight
what? They
Sniper are going to
removed
be doing
it?
so much damage in these team fights. How on earth do Nigma Galaxy deal with the both of them?
And they're not squishy, right? The Mars is very tanky. His Refresher is about to be done, so you have to deal with 2 full combos. And yes, CK is going to be sitting at what? 4,500 HP pretty soon with that Octarine finished up. Outworld staff also for XM.
Getting a very nice pickup with the alert as well. So that attack speed, bonus night vision, extra attack range. Pretty perfect here for him on the sniper.
Yeah, and now BKB finished up too. It feels like he has every single tool that he needs. This fight's just getting harder and harder, it feels. Roche.
I mean, it's really going to have to be nothing less than perfect from Nigma Galaxy to try and turn this one round. As XG in a fantastic spot here.
Just don't know how Ghost does damage. I feel like he needs that next item before the fight, but he is going for Satanic next, which is just survivability. I guess he does have Alacrity plus Solar Crest to buff him up a bit there, but feels like they
Shinku
are getting
overtaking
too
Noob
tanky
Net
on the side of
Worth.
XG now to
Have a
deal with.
laugh. A fucking snail.
Waiting for that Roche. Shinku.
I mean, are you trying to take this fight if you're Nigma Galaxy, or you're
I think
waiting?
you wait high ground.
A
I think
fucking
going out there is
snail.
crazy, but they've done some crazy stuff this game already, so.
How about we make Snapfire ult ice balls instead? That makes
Especially with this
sense.
refresher now on XXS.
And all these brand new neutral items that they've been able to pick up some really big ones.
change the color.
So many things flowing in for Extreme Gaming, whilst Nigma Galaxy just struggling to get that next set of items complete.
They just haven't had that much growth in these last few moments, really. Sumail going for the Lincolns next. Looks like they are going to potentially try to smoke out and look for this. They are grouping up.
It's a risky move, but
Very
maybe a
risky
risk that needs to be taken to get themselves back in this game.
All right, Roche, it is up.
Scout out the situation here. They know what's going down.
Ame can just sit there and solo it. Roar will come out.
Nigma Galaxy, they're going to look for their long wraparound, try and get up on this high ground.
Smoke out, XG. Jinq will break, they know.
Ame's coming in. They know what's up now. They know whereabouts Nigma Galaxy is. There's the jump straight away. XXS in with immediate hex on towards Noob, controlling the arena. That's the tankiest one killed off immediately.
He's dead.
They'll get onto the back lines, Ghost, trying to get in onto Jinq.
They can't kill anyone. Can they? Grandma? Oh my god, would you stand still, you stupid grandma bitch?
Can he actually finish up the job? He can't. Jinq will
Bye back. Kyle, go home.
dead again.
Go home.
And now at this
He's
point,
bottom network now.
the second arena will be off the mark from XXS, but it won't matter. They still get the catch on to Omar. The fight is still theirs. Extreme.
Ghost?
I mean, Ghost, he has to run. I mean, doesn't have room for that one. So I won't be able to pick that up and get out. But again, it's just such an awkward situation there where you sort of have Ghost trying to get this kill on Xingqiu. It just took him so much time where he's chasing the Snapfire out of the fight. Sure, Xingqiu dies at the end of it all, but at that point, the rest of the fight for the rest of the team has crumbled.
They also lost their aura carrier immediately at the start of the fight. Noob just dies to the first control.
It's just so much damage from these two.
China Slayer, Invoker, no impact.
Doing the work with the supporting cast.
Limfao.
The XM Sniper, we said it's a thing to fear. 11, 3, and 14.
Yeah, didn't need to bring it out in the tournament up until this point, but he's ready to bring it out now here, down in the low
Actor
bracket.
GH.
And absolutely making a case for teams to consider it going forward in the drafts.
Onto the high ground, 30 seconds, Noob. As we said, he used the buyback again in that last fight.
You see the damage here, coming up to 45,000 nearly, coming out from this sniper.
Insane. Actually doing almost more than his entire team, just on his own. XM has been able to just sit and stand his ground.
Trying their best to hold back it. Nigma Galaxy nearly having the full lineup back up.
Ame will cut the bottom wave as well. XM sticking around. Level 25 has been hit. More shrapnels.
They can't push him off these barracks.
It's gone.
That's the mid-melee rack's gone. Everybody is back up, but again, trying to make a move
too.
And trying to make a move into the sniper still with so much time on the Aegis. Can they even stop their racks from going down in Nigma Galaxy?
XG is just going to stay around here. They feel strong enough. They have double arena in 40 seconds. Eyes on XXS.
Is the smoke. They're going to try something again here.
That desperate smoke.
But the racks
27, yeah, go.
And XG is ready.
They got out
positioning here. XXS, he's reading the move.
I mean, we've seen his reactions this game have been immaculate on the Mars. If he sees them, he's going to be able to make that jump before they even get the chance to think.
X-Nova.
Catch him first to the side, he's able to force out X, he's in with the X!
Missed the hook.
He misses! It's a whip, so Ghost is able to get off the BKB, take out X-Nova, and it's now in on top of Ame. Ame trying to bounce away. XM has the BKB.
Troll!
Ready to turn back.
Kill the sniper!
BKB now coming to an end.
Kill him! He's got Aegis.
Trying to do the damage to bring down the Troll, but the glimmer's there.
Aegis, look at his armor. He's minus 12 armor. He has 2 armor.
Noob out for 80. No buyback left on him. GH caught by the Hex. Cookie in, dragged back.
My tank here has 2 armor.
For XG, as it's 3 dead on Nigma Galaxy and Extreme, they could continue the push.
That might just be it. They've got to try to hold on for one more fight. Satanic and Battle Trance is back up, but no BKB.
Again, no Noob still for a full minute. XG ready to try and close this. Nigma Galaxy ready for their last-ditch attempt to try and hold on to the game. Ghost goes in with the stuns there, into the Hex, they're locking him down. Spirit will get the ult off though.
Level
but will it matter? Ghost trying to fight back, but he does not have the damage. They lock him down as the ult comes to an end. Ghost will fall. Extreme here, crushing these final moments against Nigma Galaxy.
Call it, you're going home.
They'll try and hold on here with the last 2. Noob's going to be back up in 25 seconds, but the Mega Creeps are up for Extreme. XM onto the tier 4s. Nigma Galaxy, if they got anything left here in this first game, they're going to give it a chance here by the looks of it when Noob's up in 10, but the tier 4s are falling. They might not even get that time.
They've got no Ghost. They've got no carry.
Ancient exposed. As there's Omar, in with the hook shot. Noob back up in 2 seconds, but Omar gets destroyed. The Ancient exposed. Noob's back in, tries to get over the fight, but the Hex of Samil will jump forward, but Ame turns towards Noob. XM destroys the boat for the double kill. Dodge-like for XM, as GG is called. Extreme will take game 1.
In their own fashion with
Yikes, they're so relaxed, not a smile. They're like, whatever, ease clap.
One fight that Nigma took that looked pretty cool, and that top one they had a good turnaround, but afterwards XG put them back in their place.
Remember to click the subscription button, but that's not good enough. You gotta click the bell. Click the bell. You gotta also click the bell. And thumbs up.